This is a fine, simple, and very soft pastry. Brush it with a combination of butter, garlic, and parsley. If you cut it like this, it's ideal for guests. Or you can serve it to kids if you just cut them in half like this. You have many bites and an excellent breakfast or dinner for the kids. Start the preparation by activating the yeast. 30 grams of fresh or 10 grams of dry yeast, 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1 teaspoon of flour, and 200 milliliters of lukewarm milk. Combine all that in a smaller bowl. Mix everything and leave it for about 10 minutes to rest so that the yeast activates. You need 850 grams of all-purpose flour. If you don't have a scale, you can measure with a 200 milliliter glass. 1 glass equals 120 grams. 1 tablespoon of salt. Always mix everything a little like this. Now add 1 egg there. 50 milliliters of oil. 300 milliliters of lukewarm water. And the activated yeast. Mix all that with a wooden spoon. If you have a mixer, you can put everything in it. Or if it's easier for you by hand, then knead by hand right away. Remove the excess dough from the wooden spoon and continue kneading the dough by hand. It will be quite sticky, but it should be like that. Knead a soft, light and airy dough. So prepare 20 to 30 milliliters of oil on the side like this. So you can nicely dip your fingers and pour it over the dough. And now continue to knead. Now when the dough becomes like this and starts sticking to your hands again, gently press it now. It may not seem like it, but it should be like that. Just pat it like this. And now when you do that a little, don't do it for long. Leave the dough to rest for 15 minutes. Remove the cloth. Take a little oil and oil the whole dough like this. Do the same with your hands so it doesn't stick. And now knead it again a little. Thanks to the oil, it won't stick to your hands much. And when it rests a little, the gluten releases, so you can knead it a little. This is quite enough now. Grease the work surface. Lower the dough so it doesn't stick, that's why we greased it. And now just toss it around a little bit here. Nicely round it off. Then divide it into 8 parts. Take a baking sheet, tray, plate, whatever you have. Then grease it with a little oil and set it aside. Take one part of the dough, shape it into a ball and put it on a plate. Repeat the same procedure with the remaining parts of the dough. Arrange all the parts of the dough like this. Leave a little space in between. Then grease with oil so they don't stick together. When you do that, then just grease them a little more from above like this. This is a very small amount of oil, so don't be afraid that it's greasy. It's not, I didn't use even 100 milliliters in the whole dough. Cover with a cloth and leave it to rest again for 15 to 20 minutes. For the filling, mash 250 grams of feta cheese. You can use any other. For tastier pastries, use saltier and fattier. Be sure to add salt if it's not salty. I won't. This feta is quite salty. Add 1 egg. And now mash everything together. If it's thick, I'll add a little sour cream. Or Greek yogurt, whatever is in the fridge. This time it's Greek yogurt, otherwise it's sour cream. If you use a softer cheese, you won't need it. But then you will have less filling. And now we have that almost last part left. Take one part of the dough at a time. Put it on the work surface and roll it out ovally like this. You need a little flour. There we go. Now put the cheese along the entire length. And then close it like this. Press well so it doesn't open. Now like this by hand. Then turn it over and put it in the baking sheet like this. Let's do the next one now. Repeat the procedure. Sprinkle flour. Put a piece of dough. Sprinkle flour from above. Then roll out up and down with the rolling pin. Then turn it over. Again, up and down. Filling in the middle. And then close it. Again, press well in both directions so it doesn't open. It is very important that it does not open. Pat with your hand. Turn it over. Invert it onto the baking sheet like this. When finished, cover both baking sheets with a cloth and leave to rest for 30 minutes. Here I have 70 to 80 grams of slightly melted butter. To that, add 1 teaspoon of garlic granules and 1 tablespoon of dried parsley leaves. Now mix all that. Instead of butter, you can use margarine, and instead of garlic granules, you can also put fresh garlic but mash it. The spread is ready. Put some hard cheese on top. You can do this part as you wish. I'm putting Gouda. And while I'm doing this, the oven is heating up to 200 degrees Celsius. When the oven heats up, take the pastry to bake. While the first sheet bakes, brush the dough on the second sheet and let it rest. Here they are, the beauties are baked. Baking time is between 20 to 25 minutes. I baked for 23 minutes. That will depend on your oven. Remove from the oven, then brush with butter, garlic, and parsley. As desired. Leave them to cool slightly, and then I'll show you what they look like. Here's the final result, my dears. Just look at this pastry. How soft and fantastic it is. You can serve it for breakfast or dinner to the kids in this way. Or cut it like this for guests. Either way, I believe you will enjoy it.